putting an end to identity politics. This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Yeah, there's a guy in Hollywood. His name is Jeffrey Tambor. I don't know if you're going to remember him, but he was the guy that was a sidekick of Gary Shandling on the Gary Shandling Show. Gary Shandling died not too long ago. And Jeffrey Tambor sort of played the Ed McMahon to Johnny Carson. That's how the show was. It was a show about Gary Shandling being a TV host. And the whole thing was all his insecurities and what have you. And Jeffrey Tambor being his sidekick, great role for him. But he's an amazing actor, good actor. He was in The Accountant with Ben Affleck, if you saw that film, and he played a role of a guy who was in prison that trained Ben Affleck's character on how to launder money for the mob and how to, make sure he never got caught and all these different things. But he's a bit actor that you've seen in many things. He's got a very distinctive, deep voice and certainly a distinctive look. And no controversy around this man whatsoever. He had a role. I never watched the show, and I don't even know the name of the show. I know it's in the article I'm about to share with you. But Tambor, I think he played a transvestite in this role. Now, I didn't see the show, but I'll tell you this. There's hardly a role that I've seen that man play that I wasn't just like, he really did a good job. We give actors a lot of credit, and I'm not telling you the guy's a De Niro, but he reminds me of Nick Searcy. If you don't know who Nick is a staunch conservative and does a lot of bit roles, but does an amazing job. He's just a very talented man, but understated, never going to be considered a De Niro or Denzel Washington or somebody like that, but really good. Tambor's along those lines. Now, this all goes back into the Me Too stuff. And I know women get mad at me when I call their hashtag Me Too movement a farce. Not conservative women. You ladies are fine. The leftist women, they send me you don't know nothing about Me Too until you walked a mile in my shoes. Why would I walk a mile in your shoes? I'd have to be on, I'd have to be on a street corner, walking up and down the block, if you know what I'm saying. I don't want to walk a minute in your shoes. Leftist women. Now, I'm going to tell you this. I do not deny that women are victims of sexual harassment, just not Hollywood women. See, those women are lying scum. Now, I know there's going to be people mad at me. Kevin, come on, you can't be using that language against women. Those are the women. Let me tell you why I call them scum. They do damages to the women who are truly victims of sexual harassment or worse. But these lying scumbags, Holly weirdo chicks, really want to accomplish the ruinization of men. That's what they want. If they were legit, if you are a woman and you have been sexually harassed or sexually abused, you will find no bigger, stronger champion than Kevin Jackson. By the way, this is a Kevin Jackson show. KJRadio.com. You can give us a call at 844-551-8255 if you want to chime in on this topic and chastise me for using scum when I talk about Holly weirdo women. But just understand, I'm going to fire back at you. Harvey Weinstein notwithstanding, most men in Hollywood do little to get women to throw themselves at them. And as one might surmise from a mere glance at Weinstein, you don't have to be a looker to get the chicks. You know what I'm saying? The dude is not very handsome. But what makes Weinstein's crimes so disgusting is that he need do nothing to get the best females on the planet to throw themselves at him. That's the truth. See, Weinstein didn't want those women, the ones that were like, Harvey, I'll do anything. He wanted to demoralize women. And by the way, I think his company, they've now officially are looking for bankruptcy protection and all that. Good for them, because they're going to need it. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you saw Weinstein's wife. Beautiful lady. You think she would have married him if he weren't a very popular Hollywood producer, director, whatever they call themselves? Or that she would have stayed with him had it not been for his ability to make Hollywood overlook his obvious flaws. Why do you think that woman was with this man? I'm not trying to say everybody's superficial, because I know they're not, and I hope that they're not. I hope people judge people from, the things that they bring to their lives, and not just, oh, that person's really pretty. I know a lot of people with one of my good buddies from high school. He married a Playboy bunny. It was one of his goals, and he's in prison, and she's an alcoholic. And she, by the way, the reason he's in prison is because him trying to keep her happy. That's how it doesn't always work out that way. Anyway, why did I bring up Jeffrey Tambor? Because Jeffrey Tambor is finally speaking out. He got accused of sexual harassment. And men, look, the reason why I'm going to cover this topic to the day that, I probably leave radio, or the day I die, is I'm sick of the feminist movement that is doing nothing but demonizing men, making people believe that we are the scum of the earth, when in fact, I know we're not. There are many great men out there, and they're being accused of things that they haven't done, and it's all because of some agenda of the women's movement. If you say to me, Kevin, a feminist were to come to me and say, Kevin, we want to find the true people who are, doing bad things to women, hurting them, hurting their careers, etc. I promise you, I would sign up with them in an instant. That's not their goal. Their goal is to destroy men at all costs. And so many good people are getting caught up in it. So Tambor spoke out. Amazon confirmed to ET not long ago that he's not going to be returning to a role that's called transparent. Jeffrey Tambor, this is, after he was accused of sexual harassment by his former assistant, Van Barnes, and his co-star, Tracy Lissette. Now, hours after that accusation, Tambor released a statement expressing his disappointment in Amazon and Transparent's co-creator, Jill Soloway, for the decision. And here's what he said. I am profoundly disappointed in Amazon's handling of these false accusations against me. I'm even more disappointed in Jill Soloway's unfair characterization of me as someone who would ever cause harm to any of my fellow castmates. In our 4-year history of working together on this incredible show, these accusations have never been revealed or discussed directly with me or anyone in Amazon. Therefore, I can only surmise that the investigation against me was deeply flawed and biased towards the toxic, politicized atmosphere that affected our set. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you. I bet you money Jeffrey Tambor, they found out, wasn't a pure liberal. And here's the real irony of this thing. Transparent, he plays a I don't know if it's transgender or clothic. Cross-dresser. I don't know whether it is, but the theme of the show is he's a trans. And the only reason why I know this is I remember seeing like an advertisement and he was in a woman's dress. He was in women's makeup and stuff. Anyway, he goes on to say this. As I've consistently stated, I deeply regret if any action of mine was ever misinterpreted by anyone, and I will continue to vehemently defend myself. I also deeply regret that this groundbreaking show, which changed so many lives, is now in jeopardy. That, to me, is the biggest heartbreak. Look, I don't know what to say, because I think the trans thing is so overblown, and it's now the new, soup of the day, or whatever. It's the issue du jour. And so people are, fixated on the transgender people, which I crack up secretly. Well, not so secretly, because I've said it on the show, that there is no such thing as a trans person to begin with, because a man cannot become a woman and a woman cannot become a man. Period. Endo story. Endo facto. You just can't. You can think you are, and that's cool. If it makes people feel better to believe that I'm a man and I transferred into a woman, or I'm a woman who transferred into a man, congratulations to them, but neither one has occurred. I'm just saying, biologically speaking, it hasn't occurred. If you check their DNA, there's still going to be a woman and this guy's still going to be a man. Endo facto. Endo storio. That's just the way it works. Now, we can talk about the psychological aspects of it. I'm happy to talk about that all day. But a woman converted to a man is not going to father a child, and a man converted to a woman is not going to mother a child, not going to bring one to bear. And you can shoot them up with all the hormones you want. So if there's something wrong with my story here, if you don't believe it, then let's talk about it. But here's the tragedy is that, yet again, another guy is career in ruins over BS.
He won't stop until he's the top-rated radio talk show host in America.
What kind of weird competitive freak are you?
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.